Now let's see how we can draw the section of a site plan. Um, the section line should be positioned perpendicular to the slope if possible, and it should cut through the designed building or designed area, let's say. It doesn't need to be detailed. However, the envelope, the floors, these are the important things that we represent in the section. Also, we need to give the levels of the streets, sidewalks, floors, each floor, including the basement and the roof. Uh, we need to represent, we need to give these levels. So first, I need to find a good place for the section, and I need to place position, after deciding the position of the section, I need to place the section line like this. So if possible, I can do a section that is perpendicular to the slope, and I should cut through the building either in this direction or in this direction, it doesn't matter. I should cut through the building and all these designed areas, the garden, the plot, and whatever it is. And once I do this positioning, I can place a new paper over my plan, and I can start transferring the widths of these, all these lines. When the section line intersects with a building like this, or a sidewalk, the road like this, or when it cuts through the building, we know that there are surfaces that are being cut. So first I can start transporting the positions of the contour lines. This intersection of the section line with the contour lines will indicate that these are the cut surface of the slope. So I can just create this line and say that it's 66 meters. So their intersection at this point will be the 66 level and 1 meter high, 67, 68. It goes like that. And since this is 68.50 centimeters, I can find the middle line here. And when I combine these dots with thick and very black lines, because they are the cut surface of the earth, this park area here, the sidewalk, as you can see, the streets and garden, things like that, people can understand, like, this is the garden, in the park area, there's the sloping surface, and then we find the sidewalk next to this Mongolia Street, and this is the cut surface of the street, and there's another sidewalk on this direction, and we cut through the garden wall, and there's this walkway in our plot area that we designed, and there are steps, and this is the 0, 0 level, right? It's the 68.50 centimeter level, which is the 0, 0 that we accepted, that we give. And there are some more steps that we designed to make a connection. Of course, we can design something else. It doesn't need to be a stair like this. We can do a ramp. We can do other types of designs. This is just an example how we can do the section. Here we are in Muratri Street this time, the sidewalk, the street, again the sidewalk, and that's the ground level of this neighbor building. And this is the first thing that we draw when we are creating a section. And we don't need to give any details for these neighbor buildings. However, we can indicate its stories, how many stories are there in the building. Like, let's say that this is a 3-story building. We know its total height. From outside, we can see that, but we don't know the exact positions of the floor. So it doesn't matter. We don't need to know that. We can just create a mass, a section, And we can put dashed lines to indicate that probably there are some stories like that. We know certain things from outside, but we don't need to give any details, and we don't know what's going on inside. That's all. So this is the back garden. And this is the section of our building with its basement floor, the ground floor, the partial first floor. And as you can see here, we have two types of roofs. One is sloping, is a sloping roof, and the other is a terrace roof. And since this is all the things that are being cut, we can do a hatch like that, and this hatch can be over here as well to indicate the earth next to this basement area. And when we look towards this direction, we will see the inner surface of these garden walls. We are going to see these trees. This is that tree, and this is the tree at the back, a larger tree. This is a larger tree again here, the small tree there. The front view of this car, we have people walking by. Also, we need to give the levels of these streets. This street level, the level of the entrance here, the service entrance with this level mark. Also, the level of the street here, again, on this Murat Reis Street. And we need to give the level of each floor, like the upper surface of the basement floor, upper surface of the ground floor, the first floor, and the roof. As you can see, the flat roof. Here, we need to write the names of the streets, and if we have like places like park areas or buildings that important buildings, like it can be historical or a religious building or any type of other buildings, we can write their names on the plan and on the section as well. So this is it. As you can see here, when I'm showing the levels, I prefer two types of showing. This is my 0, 0 level, and in parentheses, I give the original level for this part and this part again, and this one here. However, I don't need to do that when I'm inside the building, when I'm showing the levels of the floors. I can just do a -3 to indicate the basement floor if it's that much, 0, 0, and the other floors. I don't need to give the original level every time I do that. And please be careful about the section of the streets. It's something like this. Like this here, it cuts through the sidewalk, and this is the sidewalk. And in order to indicate the road surface, I can draw something like this. These are the parts where we can collect the rainwater next to the road area. So the upper surface of the road should be positioned, or should be like that. So when it rains, it can flow on these directions, and it can be collected here. So that's a way of doing that drawing. A little bit closer, like this. However, it's a very small sloping surface. So that's it. These are the important things that we need to show in a site plan section. Also, it will be nice to give the level of this eave here and level of the ridge part. These can be added also, and that's enough. That's the only thing that matters here.